Hey, what's up, viewers? This is Adam, aka Cali Coaster, aka Coaster Punk, aka Punkvid619, aka Punkvid Music. I wasn't planning on doing a video right now, but I just saw something on Instagram that caught my attention, kind of pissed me off, and I wanted to talk to you about it a little bit.
To all our guests currently waiting to experience Cali Coaster Adventure's latest thrill, for your safety, we ask that you please stay off those air gates. Loading gates opening, stand back, stand clear. Welcome. Please watch your step as you enter the ride vehicle at this time. Please secure all loose articles. Leave them in the cubbies if you do not have a non-rider to leave them with. There are no loose articles allowed aboard this ride. Once you're seated, go ahead and secure those restraints. Keep your head back. Sit upright. Hold on tight. Clear one. Clear two. All clear. Dispatch. Enjoy your ride.
Now it involves a recently closed attraction at Six Flags Magic Mountain, Superman Escape from Krypton, which is a reverse freefall roller coaster that opened up in 1995, built by the manufacturing firm Intamin. It was billed as the world's fastest and tallest roller coaster at the time that it opened. It has now been sitting, standing, but not operating probably close to a year at this point. I don't remember the last time that actually operated with guests. Anyway, the video was somebody walking through the closed attraction from entrance cave all the way up through the load to the loading platform. The entry loading gate doors were open, and that person managed to get themselves onto the loading platform of that closed attraction. Now, that was bothersome as it was just to see that, knowing the risks and dangers involved, as well as the security issues that are involved in that scenario. But what was even more bothersome were the comments that I was reading. People were praising the person, telling everybody stop with the fun police comments, let them do what they want to do, let them be, what have you. And I have a huge issue with that. And that issue is that is what is wrong with our society today. Social media influencers and content creators think that they can get away with doing whatever they want because comments like that exist, and basically encourage them to break rules, break laws, put themselves in danger for clicks, clout, likes, subscriptions, follows, what have you, whatever gets them social media famous. And that is not the way that you want to be famous on social media. In fact, those social media posts can get you arrested. It is a closed attraction. The person was trespassing and endangering themselves by entering a closed attraction for several reasons. First of all, because it is a closed attraction, it does not go under the routine maintenance schedule that operating rides go under. So who knows the last time any part of that attraction was worked on, from the queue entrance all the way through to the loading platform. There could be hidden dangers everywhere. Two, because of the nature of the loading area and the station platform, it is all enclosed. You cannot see it from outside of the attraction. You don't know what you're walking into. You could have been walking into them welding things, breaking things down, moving things around. Heavy things can fall, hot, sharp things can fall. All kinds of dangers exist when you enter a closed attraction area, especially when you can't see it until you get to the destination or the loading platform. And that should not be praised. That should not be encouraged. Now, let's say, fortunately, this video, the person involved did not appear to have gotten injured. However, nobody was there to stop them or escort them out either, which is also concerning. How was a guest able to access that area being a closed attraction? No personnel on site, no security, no maintenance staff, no operations staff. Nobody was present in the video to prevent that from happening. And I kind of fault Six Flags for that. How did they let that happen? Now, the bigger issue is, say that person had gotten injured, especially seriously or critically injured. Now, they entered a restricted area, they put themselves in danger, but it was on the park's property. And lawyers, especially with things that have been happening recently at amusement parks, will love the opportunity to go after a major corporation, especially a theme park, and get everything that they can from that park. Now, this person, let's say they lose their leg, they survive, but they've got a long road to recovery and they lost a limb. A lawyer can easily recover millions, if not more, for that injury, even though that guest did not follow protocol and entered a closed area. And the basis that they can get away with that, that person was able to enter. Therefore, Six Flags or whatever park, because this could happen at any park with closed attractions, did not do their due diligence to ensure that guests cannot access closed off areas properly. Now, the operating attractions do have very strict and hard to access areas, making it almost impossible for this scenario to occur. But because this scenario did occur, it meant that this particular attraction did not have adequate barriers and signage and whatever else they could have done to prevent a person from entering the closed attraction. Now, you may say, big deal, they pay out all the time. Well, how do they recover their losses? Their insurance usually kicks in, and their insurance will usually pay out those losses depending on the scenario, which means premiums are going to go up for them. That insurance carrier is going to have to increase premiums because they have to recover their losses from what they paid out for that lawsuit, which means that everybody that has a policy with that company, their premiums are likely to go up too. And it's the same auto accidents. Auto policies go up. The more accidents that you have, the more insurance pays out. They have to recover their losses, so they increase premiums to try to recover that. So all these mind your business, don't worry what other people are doing bullshit. I'm sorry. Every action has a reaction and a consequence. And in situations like this where a company has to pay out, it's usually passed down to us as the consumer, the guests, the patrons, in the form of raised ticket prices, removing attractions to help recover funds. So, yeah, I'm minding my own business because I want to see that park continue to operate at a level that is affordable for everybody. And if people keep breaking rules, destroying things, damaging things, getting injured because they can't simply follow the rules, it does affect everybody. So I am minding my business. And the park is as well. So stop promoting and encouraging people from entering restricted areas, walking off midways, destroying props. Yes, influencers love to go into off limits areas and get those one of a kind shots, but at what cost? And as a former ride operator myself, one of my biggest pet peeves is watching the park get destroyed by you, the guests, because you think that your social media clout is more important than the park's appearance to everybody else. Park guests are the reason we can't have nice things in parks. They don't know how to respect it. They don't know how to take care of it. They don't know how to just appreciate it and enjoy it from a distance. I was raised with the keep your hands in your pockets, look but don't touch. The same should apply no matter where you go. If it's not yours, if you don't plan on or have the intent to be able to replace it, do not touch it. It is not yours. It is the park's. And please do not touch it. That way everybody else gets to enjoy it as well from a distance where it's not going to get damaged. And the same goes for planters, tree lines, anything landscape scenery related along the midways. I've seen guests trample through, and it bugs me to no end because it costs money to replace, repair, and fix those things. Whether it just be additional staff having to work longer hours or extra hours, or they actually have to buy materials to replace it, those costs are going to get passed down to the guests as well. So you want park prices to stop going up? Stop doing things to cause those prices to go up. Respect the park, respect yourself. Everybody's going to have a good time in the end. Yeah, I'm frustrated. That's all I got for you today. Peace.